Part two of these videos titled "Don't Make Any Sense," and I never mention until I'll leave like such a small amount in the story that I'm telling to actually tie in with the title, but that is still something. So I just want to point out that there's something about NLP that I brought up briefly before I got a phone call, is that it doesn't have to be perfect if you know what it means. So like with all the things that are doing bad luck in the drill culture, the most recent not music track diss thing that happened was Young and Ace, and he was saying trouble, 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 right? And doesn't it sound like bubble, bubble, toil and trouble? Like, why are you rapping Macbeth style Macbeth on top of dissing the dead, on top of all the bad luck shit that you're tempting or challenging fate, and fate is a damn freak. So whatever does happen is not going to be nothing that you go down the way that you thought it would be, but it will be conclusory to a type of a concoction that your DNA, because I think your DNA is the only thing that can kill you. Like if you got hit by a truck, then it's partially related to, and it's all the way, I think that's part of your, I think that's your DNA. I think it's part of your DNA. It's not to be an asshole or say that you deserve anything, because that's not an operative word. Life matters is not an operative word, because life is all about filling up spaces that don't have any life with life teaming. Not just life, but life teaming. So life is more about getting your team together and thriving than it is about mattering. So you don't have to get on your knees like in Camelot and fucking remind the science that I matter. What the fuck, people, science doesn't talk back. I mean, let this dude erase his fucking memory, right? So, in the name of science. We're wondering what that is. The top of your brain is shaped like a scarab. So that's the scarab, right? But it's also being represented as above everything else in the depiction. So it's the first thing you would notice, right? Is symbology, not doodling, not even the chicken, angry chicken. You can appreciate that later, but it's already something that you had to acknowledge, right? So, okay, there's something energy symbolism about that, because energies can cause battles or tumbles, right? Tumbling. And so that's this environment, right? So I'm making a kind of a tumbling. You know, also it's okay to trip over the stone, but don't be destroyed by the stone. Like how long can you trip on a stone before it falls on your head, kind of thing? Like, that's ill. Like, obviously with the laws of physics, if I'm fucking around with a big boulder or something, it's not going to drop from any height enough to do that. But the point has been made, though. You understand what it said. And so, like, that's why people, like, sometimes, like, I don't know, if they want to pass this transhumanist agenda, they go after the non-brand specific gender first, and then reinforce it with white knights and simps. So you can say the simps are doing worse sin, like Adam was doing a worse sin. The sin fell on the genders, what's it called? It fell on them differently, something like that, right? Or Adam and Eve, right? Like the responsibility for the sin fell on them differently. But we already know this shit. I'm obviously not making new information videos. I don't know what I'm gonna entitle it.